Hello, this is Andrew Freshman, coming at you with a podcast this time instead of a vlog. It's more of what I'm trying to lean towards now, due to the fact of it being winter and most of the time I can't go outside without it pouring down on me, unfortunately. With that being a thing, I'm also trying to figure out different locations, so it's not just me taking a mile walk on the same section every single time, so logistically it's going to be a little bit of a hassle, but I have some good scenic overlooks around that I can take advantage of, being on the coast and stuff like that. I wanted to talk about how, kind of a point on my last video on heirlooms and such, it kind of is a specific kind of thing, more of like, especially for sons and things, I really don't know what a daughter would want from their parents, but I know, as it goes for me at least, I would want like a tools, that kind of sort of thing. So it's important, if you have the availability, to keep tools and any like firearms or that kind of thing. It's good to hold on to that, even if it's small or something that's broken. It can be repaired in the future as long as it's taken care of. It doesn't have to be something that needs to be bought new to be like, oh, here's a new one, because that doesn't really have meaning to them. Like, it's important who gives it to you, and it's important if they know you use it, or if you used it before. That's why I like my truck so much. My dad used the truck I have now so much, so it has a higher importance to me than if I were to get a new vehicle or anything like that. Even if I got the same exact model and make of the truck, I'd still like my truck that I have now more, because I know it's the one that Dad had. So it's important to do that. It's important to also have a mindset of, I want to spend time with my family. Because if your time is valuable. It's the most valuable thing we have. It's only one, it's a permanent thing too, because if you spend time with someone, there's nothing, you can't give it that time back. It's permanent. You've spent that time with that person. So whatever you do, think about it being permanent. Not, we don't live forever, so it's important that it's more of an like permanent to you. It's kind of hard to explain, and I struggle with it too. It's more of, you think, oh, this is just something I do now, and I can get in the habit of it, and I won't think about it. Yeah, that's a fine thing and all, but soon you'll have so much of that it becomes your whole day. So all your days go by, and you're just sitting there like, where's the time gone? I know this make me sound like a zoomer, I guess, or something, but it was so long ago, it feels like, from when I first started high school. And that was 4 years ago, but soon it's going to be 5, soon it's going to be 6. All of a sudden, I'm 63, and I'm just wondering what happened, So I want to be mentally there for my kids. I want to be there for my wife and my family, my friends. I don't want to be drifting through life and think, this is it. I'm going to be just not really there. So, especially if you make a commitment with someone and you back out later, not that you don't love them or anything, as long as it's a legit reason, I mean, that's fine. But like, if you're only accepting because you feel like you have to, or you just don't want to make them feel like you don't like doing things, that's not a good reason. It's because it wastes their time. It depends on the situation. It could waste their money. You know, if they reserve seats or something like that, and you already told them you'd go, but then you not go later, that kind of thing. So it's important that if you're going to dedicate time to that person, you do it. You know, you don't just say, oh, well, I'm going to be there such and such time, you know, and then not be there. Because I do that all the time. I'm just like, hey, I want to be here there at this time, such and such, but I'm really busy. Most of the time, it depends on when I get done with something. And unfortunately, one of my friends isn't the most patient in the world, so whenever I have plans with them, they always just are kind of on me about, like, you know, and I give them time estimates, but with my work, it's just up in the air. My work, I do a lot of IT kind of technical things. So when something goes wrong, I have to basically diagnose it. Well, no, that's not basic, but I have to diagnose it. So that takes time, and if I still don't find it, I have to get, you know, help with it, and then that takes time, and I have to learn what went wrong and how, you know, what the symptoms are of the thing, and, you know, to be able to repair it and that kind of sort of thing. So unless it's something I have with my other job where it's a scheduled time, I don't have a lot of, not like guesswork, but a judgment on estimation on my time frame. I mean, I can say something. It most likely isn't going to happen though. Like, most of the time things go wrong. Because, not to be negative, but that's usually how it goes. It's not like it's not an easy job. It's not that kind of thing. So it's just hard for my type of job to actually develop a time frame. And that's just how it is. It's just that kind of job. I love it though. It's one of my favorite things to do. I wouldn't trade it for anything, because it's a passion of mine. And it's nice to work on something you have a passion for. A note on that, though, is if you have a passion for it, sometimes that doesn't work out for it being your job. Like, I have a passion for tool making or tool repairing and that kind of thing, but I know you can't make enough money doing that, and I really don't want to make that my job. It's not something that I know I would want to do full time, even though I enjoy doing it. It'll make me not enjoy it if I do it full time. Like, a lot of people think, oh, I'll do video games and YouTube for a living and that kind of thing. But only a small percentage of people actually make it to that status. Even then, it's a really hard job. It's not physically hard, but it's more of a mental drain, and a lot of people quit because of it. There's tons of channels on YouTube that had some growing popularity, but they just one day never uploaded again. Which is sad, but it's what kind of happens if you have responsibility to your fans. You know, I don't think I can. If I were to be a YouTuber, I don't think I'd be able to do it, to be honest. that's why this is just strictly my virtual diary, I guess. It's just a little bit personal thing, so usually I only let people know about it that are close to me, and if someone random watches it, I guess that's fine too. But they probably won't get most of what I'm saying as far as personal things. And, you know, again, it's back to what I've been saying throughout this whole thing. It's just something personal for my mental kind of health, I guess. Not that I'm mentally ill, it's just I think it's healthy for people to keep track of what they're thinking about, just so it's a progression thing. So you know where you came from and where you're going, and you can see, oh, this is how I used to feel, and this is how it's changed over the years. You know, that's what I love about this. This way, I can go back at any time in my life and be like, you know, this is how I was. I can back up statements like I used to say this a lot, you know. And I want to show my kids this. How cringy it might be, I don't care. I want to show them. You know. Not that this is anything as good as like an axe or something that I can pass down as an heirloom, but you know, it's just more of a this is where you came from kind of thing. Even if they don't want to watch it, it's fine. I know some people do, so, and I can understand why you wouldn't. Like if the people that are showing in my family this and I'm like dead or something, I mean, at that point you don't really have to watch it because it's like I'm dead. Why are you listening to this? You know, unless this is like at my funeral. But in that case, hello, people at my funeral. Man, that's gonna be a weird funeral then. Saying hello, but anyway, I'm getting off topic. I want to just address the future of this. I'm trying to keep a daily upload schedule, and that's been kind of giving me problems recently, but I'm going to go back in the swing of things, even though I should have had 3 videos out after my last, but we won't touch on that. What I'm going to be calling this quote-unquote video is going to be a podcast, because vlog is video log, so podcast at least has some sort of merit compared to vlog. And I know vlog's an old term. The reason I use it is because it's better than what's the word? Is it vlog? Oh, I guess it is vlog. I thought there was another word that's more recent. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, never mind. I'm losing my thought here. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Okay, so back to heirlooms and stuff. I want to personally, like, get some sort of accumulation of old tools and stuff like that, and get a kind of a set going, you know? Not necessarily anything that's related to each other, but like a set of hammers or I mean, a hammer, a hand sickle, kind of stuff like that, you know, a screwdriver, you know, old style tools that I can restore and then put in my own kind of custom set. That way when I pass it down, I can either split it up according to how many kids I have, or if I only have one child, they get it all, or something like that. Or make multiple sets depending on the amount of children I have. That'd be nice, actually. That way none. Oh, yeah. But then I'd have to get copies of things. But, Man, this is gonna be a weird kind of podcast, but that's alright. Sometimes I feel like I'm raising one of my friends. Not that he doesn't know much. I joke with him that he doesn't, but he just is a little bit naive when it comes to things, and I try to help him out as much as possible. It kind of bothers me, though, because I feel like our relationship's getting to the point of being like kind of a weird father-son kind of best friend thing. It's really weird. I mean, he's my best friend and I want to help him, but it's getting to the point to where I'm feeling like I need to teach him things, even though that's probably not my place to do so. Like, the other day, I showed him how to change the oil in my, or showed him how to check the oil in my truck. I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but that's something like a father and son should do. Not that I think he did earlier, but it's just something that, I don't know, I want to be his best friend again, and our relationship's kind of getting to the point of that, and I'm trying to steer it back to where it should be. Not that that's bad or anything. I just don't feel like I don't know. It's just gotten weird recently. We weren't like that before, but I mean, it could be just us changing in general, and that's fine. But and of course I know I can't go back to the old days, but man, let me tell you though, those days were great. I used to sleep on his couch, right? And it used to be during the ones I really remember distinctly was winter break. I think I spent a whole week over at his place. It was great because his mom has these scent sticks that smell like fir, like pine trees kind of thing, and it smelled so good in that house. Oh, and then at the time I had an original Xbox he gave me for my birthday, and I used to play that all the time too. I have another one, but it's not the original one I had. I wish I never sold it, but it used to have Gladius and stuff. I have another copy of Gladius, but I was so far progressed. I was in the third area of 4, I think. Yeah. I still haven't beaten that game, and I still want to. It's a great game, though. It has some nostalgia for me, because I used to play it on the PlayStation 2 with my brother. That was, oh, jeez, that was back in the day. My friend Michael is probably playing COD. I think Black Ops 1, when that came out, or when we were playing it. See, I don't have a good time frame for when games came out, because I never got into console gaming or gaming in general until later. It's weird because I played crappy free to play games on my computer, and it was a really, really old one too. So I couldn't play anything decent until I got a new laptop. That thing lasted forever. Then I got another laptop after that one died. That was the one I played Minecraft on the most. And then before I had my copy of Minecraft, I had my grandmother's laptop. That thing, I think I still have that one technically. But that's the one I played the first version of Minecraft I remember. That was when the creative menu had one page, and it had a giant scroll page, and that's all it was. I think it was 1.5.2, because the first update I remember seeing was huge. It was 1.6.4. I think that's the one that added horses to the game. Yeah, those things, I don't remember even taming one till way later. I don't think I ever actually have had a pet horse in Minecraft until my last playthrough, which I still have never beaten Minecraft, which I'm going to try to do. But yeah, now I have a PS4 and 360 and my original Xbox, of which I've accumulated over the years, and a decent library of games, but it's strange. I never play those games anymore. Even though I love those games and they were fun, I just never play them. And I play like one game out of my Steam library every so often, not even that. I don't think I'm losing my taste for games, but it kind of seems that way. Which is frustrating because I love gaming and playing with friends, but just no one has the time anymore. And couch gaming isn't like what it used to be. I can't split screen on Cold War because that thing, oh my god. At least on my PlayStation 4, it makes it sound like a jet engine. It's terrible. And the frame rate goes down so much. Yeah. I think I'm going to end it off there because I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm going to hit the sack. Alright. Good night.